If you're anything like us, you're a workshop junkie. We love to attend all the workshops, but are free workshops worth it? Let's break it down. Today, we're going to explore the pros and cons of free workshops through the following points. Number 1, the pros of free workshops. Number 2, the cons of free workshops. And number 3, how to assess if a free workshop will be of value to you. We also have a fantastic opportunity for you that we'll share at the end, so stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Deidre Harder, a CPA and business strategy coach, and this is my partner, Carmen Reed-Gilkison, a certified whole person coach. We started our business, Encore Empire, to help women in midlife who want to grow a profitable online business in a way that leverages their unique life experience and honors their values to provide the financial and time freedom that they have worked so long and so hard to attain. So let's talk about the first item here. The pros of free workshops. Now, one of the pros is the fact that it's free. And who doesn't love free, right? Of course, there is a caveat. Oftentimes, we either don't believe it's free or we don't show up and focus on it because we don't value free. Now, sometimes it's warranted. It could be a glorified sales pitch, but most of the time it isn't. Teachers, trainers, and coaches have gotten the memo that those sales pitches disguised as a workshop or a masterclass, they just aren't going to fly any longer. Authenticity and transparency are the new marketing buzzwords, and that's as it should be. Now, when done right, a free workshop can be a valuable part of your education on a topic or a skill, and that helps you grow personally and professionally in your business. But only if you show up, pay attention, and then take action to implement what you learned. It also allows you to get to know the coach, advisor, or service provider to see their style of teaching and if that resonates with your learning style. You can also see their level of expertise to determine if they're the right person to help you reach your goals with the support, accountability, and a deeper education into that topic or skill.
That's right. And point number 2, the cons of free workshops. Okay, there are some obvious and not so obvious cons of free workshops. The first one is you might not need the workshop. So, sometimes we get so excited about what we read and see, and we're just like, we want to sign up and go because we get FOMO, fear of missing out. And we don't even stop to consider whether it's something we need. So sometimes you don't need it. The second con is that they take up your valuable time. We cannot replace time lost. And by filling up your calendar with free workshops, you are choosing to forego time that could be put to better use in your business. The third the third con is they might not be providing very good information. So unless you know the reputation of the person or company leading the workshop, you won't know if the information is any good until you get there. And that sets you back up for what we just talked about, wasting time. Now, this is the not so obvious con. And this is that the information might be so good that you fall into the trap of believing that it's all you need to learn on that topic. You've been, I'm sure, attended an event where the speaker was just amazing and the information they gave you was fantastic and it just filled you up. But here's the thing, you don't know what you don't know. So just because you feel that it was a full education in that however long period of time, you aren't aware that you might be missing something. So when the information is so good and we feel that we've learned all there is to learn, we run the risk of running off half-baked to try and implement something based on 10% of the information we need. So our stance in general is that most free workshops, downloads, etc., provide you only with the tip of the iceberg of information you need to know around whatever the topic is. They're great for getting to know the person or company providing them in order to decide if you want to go further with them. And they do give you a nice high level overview or summary into what it is you want to learn. When you understand this, you can then proceed accordingly. But many people aren't aware of this, and they hop from free thing to free thing, taping together what they think is an education, only to find out after, when they try to implement based on the free information, that they don't know what they're doing and they can't figure out the next steps. So the bottom line is, don't be a freebie floozy.
And point number 3, how to assess if a free workshop will be of value to you. So the first question to ask yourself is, do you have the time to attend and get the most out of this workshop? Now, showing up for 1 out of 5 days isn't going to get you anywhere. Now, I will say that if you get to day 1 and realize it's not the right workshop for you, or it's not what you thought it was going to be, then of course you don't want to waste your time and finish going through it. But if it is something that you know is going to help you, then by all means, be there, show up and be through the whole thing, because just getting a piece of that is just not going to help you or get you anywhere. The other question to ask yourself is it a priority for you to learn this right now? And as Carmen mentioned, we all have that fear of missing out. But you have to just be sure you don't let FOMO be your guide in making this decision. We think that it's, the only time it's ever going to happen. Or if we don't go to this once, we're never, ever going to get this information again. And we'll tell you, it just isn't true. So just be sure that it is a priority for you to learn this at this point in time. Now, every business needs a foundational strategy that leads to achieving the goals that you've set for your business. This should include a budget of both time and money for the knowledge and skills that you need to learn and master. So ask yourself and take a look at it. Does this fit into your timeline? If you determine that this workshop while you're there, that this is what you need right now, and you do need expert guidance to get your return on the time that you've invested and to get that big result in your business that you're looking for, is that built into your budget? This is a very important thing that we don't hear anybody talking about this, but that's what we're here for. We're here to give you some straight talk. You cannot build a business if you don't know what you don't know. And so when you realize, there's some pieces and parts of this that I don't know, then you need to get the education and support that you need. No one can be a doctor or a lawyer or any kind of specialist in a career without getting some education, right? And to getting the support of their teachers and other people who can mentor them. And it's no different in business. You do need the education piece and to fill in those gaps that you're missing.
That's right. And now for that fantastic opportunity I mentioned earlier. We have a free workshop that has helped women over 40 start or grow their online business. And that is proof of value right there. Now, we run this workshop 6 times a year, and we want to invite you to join us for our next one. It's called the Business Validation Method. And you can sign up, learn more, and register at encoreempire.com/validate. And we hope to see you inside.